Hey there everybody, sorry about that, my camera just blacked out. So here's part two of the video. And anyway, so like I was saying, when you're overweight like that, um, people just automatically think as well it's because you're lazy or whatever. And, you're just stuffing your face. But, truth be told is a lot of overweight people are the ones that are a lot of times starving themselves or the ones that do eat healthily. In my case, I'm always the one working out or trying to, eat properly and intermittent fast and all this and that, and just still put on the weight. Um, so it turns out that I have, a thyroid problem, hypothyroidism. I mean, currently, I'm in low testosterone and stuff like that. So, that may be a good reason why I put back a lot of the weight now. But since we're talking about the journey since back then, when you're overweight, it's a never ending cycle. You get more and more tired, more and more depressed. And especially in my case, you work hard trying to diet and exercise, and then when you have little to no results after killing yourself for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and only maybe lost 5 pounds or 10, then you're just so much work, and sometimes you're just like, oh, the hell with it. And then you kind of quit and you binge, and it's just a never ending cycle. So, um, like I said, I got on the natural products, um, and I lost an additional 70 pounds, so a total of about 100 pounds. And so, no, that was in 2012. And so, as far as the lap band, personally, I wouldn't even recommend it. Um, of course, like I said, the only thing that I didn't abide by was drinking the fluids with my meals. But I didn't like the choking feeling, and the way it worked out for me was for the first year. Then all the you go in and they either loosen it up or tighten your band according to how you felt, and it was free for the first year. So after that, then once I started, once I once adjustment, the lap band adjustments, they weren't free no more after the year. Once that stopped, then every time I had to go in, it's $150 from adjustment. So that's when I stopped going for the adjustments and consulting with the doctor and all that stuff. And so throughout the years since then, the weight had just been coming back on. So now out of the 100 pounds that I did lose, I went from 330 to about 230, and now I'm back up to about 310 now, and it's just a miserable cycle. And so basically, was it worth it? Um, I've heard a lot of people that have a lot of success with it, but to me, just between the gagging and you still gotta exercise, you still gotta diet, just the same. You still gotta watch your protein intake and all that. So you're just consuming less food. To me, it's not worth all the band being so tight in the morning. Um, and just, sometimes if you take a bigger bite than you're supposed to, it just feels like it's ripping your throat out, or the little band just right here, right around this area. Um, it's just horrible, just painful. Trying to chug down water and a big lump gets stuck, and if it doesn't pass through, then you're throwing up, or it's painful, or especially sometimes if you eat chips, it just feels like little daggers going down your esophagus or whatever. So to me, it wasn't worth it. Just diet and exercise just the same. Um, the surgery cost me about 10,000. With that same amount of money, you can enroll yourself in the gym. But to me, I'd recommend getting on the natural products, the detox, the cleanse, the Herbalife, the Genesis Pure, whatever, the Advocare, whatever else is out there. It may seem expensive, $100, $150 or whatever it is a month for depending on what type of supplements you get. Um, they work, and you would feel 100 times better. I'm back down to feeling depression, sluggish, no motivation, just like a hermit. Like I don't even want to go outside or be around people because I don't want to be seen. And it just a bad cycle. Um, but I felt awesome losing the weight. I actually wanted to go out and be around people and socialize and feel good in clothes and feel confident. And of course, when you lose a lot of weight and all that stuff, women are more attracted to you and all that stuff, and you can look them in the eyes without turning away. And so maybe I'll post another video with pictures. I'm still new to all this loading videos and stuff, so just kind of giving y'all raw footage. I'm not sure how to add photos and make it all pretty like that. I may just have to hold my phone up here next time I show you some of the pictures like from my Facebook. But so basically, in conclusion, the lap band, like I said, once you stop the adjustments and all that stuff, for me, I gained back what 80 pounds of all the weight. So now like I said, I'm seeing the doctor and stuff and trying to get my testosterone levels right. I've been on thyroid pills, levothyroxine, for several months, which hasn't done nothing for me either. Um, so I don't know. Most people that are overweight, it's not so much because of laziness or no matter how much you exercise. And I'm working out, 5 or 6 times a week, and dieting, and the scale is not moving. So, just a lot of times overweight people, that's not because of their lack of effort, or they're just lazy. A lot of times it's the hormones. If you're hypothyroidism, your body's programmed to just store fat. So and testosterone from men or whatnot. So your hormones play a big part in how your body stores fat, and whether it burns it or just decides to store it. So I'm going through that process now, trying to get my hormones right. Um, and that's what all that natural stuff does. You flood your body with the super fruits and all kinds of vegetables from the ocean and this and that, and your body just purifies itself and makes everything, balances everything, and makes it work the way it's supposed to be. And that's how you torch the fat. Um, it's worth it, guys. It's worth it. I'm spending so much money on doctors and visits and all these medications and stuff like that haven't done nothing. And man, I feel 30 times worse. Worse. And you don't feel. I felt so much alive when I lost all that weight and I was on all that natural stuff. And now you don't. So 150 is nothing. I spend twice that on doctors just to keep you sick and to do nothing. You know, you look in the mirror every day, you see a puffy face, so you gain all kinds of weight, and just it's miserable. So the lap band, this video's getting long. Basically, I gained back 80 pounds. So um, I guess I'm gonna wrap up this video. Um, so I guess we'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye bye.